Next news. Breaking news from the White House. A wave of raw hatred is exploding across social media with direct calls to murder President Trump and hunt down his supporters in the streets. One clip shows a deranged voice threatening to assassinate our president and eliminate his family members one by one, while another openly demands laws to execute Trump voters like traitors. These aren't jokes. This is the left's new normal in 2026. Yet one Florida radical who pushed the same poison has now been sentenced to prison. What happens when the rest face no consequences? You see, these threats do not stay online. They poison neighborhoods, scare families at rallies, and put real Americans at risk just for wearing a MAGA hat or voting their conscience. Communities already divided by years of Biden-era chaos now face open talk of violence that turns political disagreement into a hunt. The impact hits every Trump supporter who simply wants safe streets and secure borders. Broader still, the rhetoric weakens national unity. At the exact moment, President Trump's delivering wins on energy, defense, and border security. If left unchecked, it normalizes terror tactics that the establishment once condemned, but now quietly tolerates or ignores. First, we have some breaking developments out of Washington that show the Trump administration taking decisive action on national security. This is out of the White House. They have now officially declared a national emergency under Executive Order 14156, a move aimed at expanding America's coal supply chain capacity to prevent shortages that officials warn could impair national defense capability. This is no longer just an energy story. It is now a national security story. As global infrastructure spending surges, military production accelerates, and emerging markets build at historic speed, supply chains are sending shockwaves through the system, and Forge Resources stands ready with critical holdings positioned to meet rising demand in the United States. They trade under FRGGF and in Canada as FRG. Check the exclusive briefing below, but it's only for Next News viewers who want to stay ahead of the curve on America's resource future. That strength at home is exactly what the left fears most as they lash out with these threats. See, while one threat maker sits behind bars, another dangerous video from earlier shows no arrest has happened yet. The pattern is clear. When Democrats lose power, they turn to intimidation instead of ideas. President Trump's second term is exposing just how unhinged the opposition has become. We have this breaking update. We're learning now that Desiree Sigari, the Florida woman who called for Trump supporters to be shot, has now been sentenced to 13 months in prison. Here's the video that triggered her now 13-month prison sentence.
Okay, guys, so I would like to start a new movement called MAGA, because people like that respond to fear and terror and aggression, not logic and empathy and, I don't know, intelligence. It doesn't work for them. So fear works. So if we all get our guns and use our Second Amendment right and our common sense, at this point this administration is begging us to rise up and revolt. And you see somebody with a MAGA hat, pew pew. That's what we do. That's the way. It's the only way. Put them back in their basements, make them scared again to be racist, homophobic, and terrible, just awful fucking pieces of shit. Because I would way rather live next to immigrants than MAGA people. MAGA people deserve to be terrified and scared to walk in the streets because they should know that real Americans are going to kill them.
And that's the video that put her 13 months behind bars. She's headed to prison for 13 months after calling for Trump supporters to be gunned down in the streets. Another Democrat, Rob Adkerson, is now on record demanding laws that would make executing Trump voters and Republicans completely legal. This Georgia Democrat, who says when Democrats retake power, they will pass laws making it legal to execute Trump supporters and Republicans, has been identified as Rob Adkerson, a system administrator for ExecuSource in Atlanta. Right Angle News Network says contact his job and ask if this is acceptable. ExecuSource.com. Apparently this is the video that he decided to post.
Remember that there are perfectly normal scenarios where you're allowed to execute Trump supporters, you're allowed to execute Republicans, you're allowed to execute ICE agents, because America has made it clear you can execute terrorists, and you can do that, but you have to do it the legal way. You have to make them terrorists first. Okay, we're not savages. We're not animals. We have to pass laws. And I'm dead fucking serious. We can pass laws that make it legal to execute the traitors, but we have to make it law first.
We have to make it law first, huh? We're not savages. Sounds pretty savage to me. Looks like the Post also decided to give us a resource to check on his well-being. So Adkerson insists Democrats can pass laws to treat Trump supporters as terrorists and kill them once they regain power. And of course we have this, if you remember, the lunatic lady, baby girl 632. Apparently she's still walking free.
Of the road, I have ordered you to speak the truth. It is time for the whistleblowers to start whistling and screaming the truth. Mr. Trump, I will assassinate you. We're at peace. Get ready, Mr. Trump. Every day you play this game, I will eliminate one of your family members. That will be a proven fact. Last warning, Trump. Barron will be executed. For every day you play the scam, I will eliminate one of your family. And that is the fucking truth.
Now, I did go to her Instagram account, and it appears to be active, and it's full of videos like this. There was even one video where she was talking about launching missiles into the Pentagon. So that is, we're finding now, according to Grok, there are no public reports of an arrest for the woman in that video, Baby Girl 632 on Instagram. It went viral after being shared on X. So authorities like the Secret Service, FBI would investigate threats like this, but no updates on action as of yet. Official sources would announce if and when it happens. And as we reported on it, it went viral, and multiple outlets and individuals did report her to the FBI. So we'll continue to track and see if any action's been taken against her. But the real story is not isolated rants, but a deliberate breakdown in restraint from the losing side of the 2024 election. These calls to kill Trump supporters revealed a true face of the resistance that refuses to accept the voters' verdict. President Trump's America First agenda is winning, and that victory is driving the other side to desperation and violence. The deep state and the media allies who once dismissed such talk now stand exposed for fueling it. And this is why accountability matters and why every American who loves freedom must stay vigilant. Share this report so more people see the truth behind these threats. Drop a comment below with a yes if you believe these violent voices must face federal charges immediately. And join the hundreds of patriots who've already texted the words raw feed to that secret number on the screen, 844-840-4963. They're already bypassing YouTube suppression. They're getting direct updates from me right to their phone. I want you to get them too. Make sure you check out the new America 250 merch at the merch shelf below this video for the boldest gear in the fight. The left is panicking because President Trump is keeping every promise and restoring the America that we love because we're winning.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.